Okay, welcome to the channel. Today I want to talk about food and what I take on a 6-day expedition. Now, this for me involves everything that I'll require, and I've wrapped it in this very lightweight string bag. Can't remember where I got it from. I have no idea. So, let's get started. What I usually do is, as you can see, I wrap every single day into a Ziploc bag. These are 3-litre Ziploc bags that you can find in any food store. I also write the day that I'm going to use it on each one. And what I try to work out is some of the power bars, some of the food that I use is heavier than others. So I try and use the heaviest first. Then I know my pack is increasingly lighter over the coming days. What we'll do is we'll get these out and lay these on the table. So there's number one, like I said, 6-day trip. I have emergency rations as well. So there should be at least 5 of these. So that's number 5. That's number 4. That's number 3. And that's number 2. Okay. 6-day trip. So on the first day, I know I'm going to have breakfast. On the 6th day, I know I'm going to be finishing. So actually 5 days plus some emergency rations just in case anything happens. Let's go through one of the days. So pick day 1. In here, what I do is I start off with some porridge for breakfast. These are just the little porridge packets. I make them with boiling water. They taste all right. In my normal life, I don't actually eat breakfast. So this is just something on the trails that I have. Get some food inside me, give me some energy to kickstart the day. They're pretty good, lightweight. I repackage them sometimes, or other times I just keep them in the packages they come with. For lunch, what I have is one of these, the kind of Asian noodles or something, like a soup with some noodles in. Can boil my water, pop this in, leave it for a few minutes, get a soup with noodles in. Good bit of flavour, good bit of energy. Then we have 2 power bars. One for the morning, just when I'm feeling a bit tired but I haven't done enough miles. I grab a little power bar, throw that down my head with some water obviously, and carry on the day until lunchtime. Also have one for the afternoon, bit of a bigger one because I know I'm going to go until about 6 or 7 o'clock before I eat. Then we have my favourite thing. There's 3 of them in here. I have 3 coffees per day. These are little sachets you can buy anywhere. They're 3-in-1s because I have sugar in my coffee, but you can also buy 2-in-1s, which is just the coffee and the milk. Yeah, if not, it's a 1-in-1, and that's just instant coffee, so you can just package that out. But 3-in-1s, I use 1 for breakfast, 1 for my lunchtime stop, and 1 in the evening. When I'm messing about recording or having a bit of downtime, I use 1 in the evening. And for my main meal, I have freeze-dried food. Now, freeze-dried food is pretty good. The weight of them, they're usually about 160 grams without being made. Quite good. They make quite a lot of food, and the calorie content is really good for the weight of the food that you're carrying. There's different types of these, different manufacturers and different makes. You can pick them up in any camping and outdoor store that you go to. This, for example, is a beef casserole one. I'll put some links in the descriptions of where you can buy them online and everything else. I open up the bottoms when I'm using them. Then you can place them down on a part next to your tent or next to your cooker. Peel open the top, pour in about 400 millilitres of water. They're around that sort of area, so 380 to 400 millilitres of water will cover you for one of these. They've got a little resealable part, so you pour in the water, reseal, leave to the side for 5 to 10 minutes. It will be warm enough. Then reopen and just eat away. Pretty good stuff. You can also buy breakfasts in it, you can buy lunches in it, you can buy desserts in it. For me, when I'm running, my stomach gets a little bit confused because I'm running and I only need this amount of food per day. You can put extras in there, you can put nuts and snacks. A really good one is peanuts. For their weight, the calorific content is super huge. dried fruits, things like that. They'll also help you. I don't eat nuts, I don't eat dried fruit. This is what I've worked out I need on a daily basis just to keep going. Now, if you're ultramarathon running or doing multi-day adventures, you are never ever going to get enough calories in your body to replace what you've used. And there's a certain level you have to accept a certain amount of discomfort, not pain, but discomfort, knowing that you're going to be quite hungry. This is enough for me. I don't really feel hungry after I've had this, especially with taking on board at least 2 litres of water a day. This suffices for the shorter trips. There's also vegan versions of these and vegetarian versions, so they are pretty good, they're pretty versatile, and they cater for everyone's needs. Now I'm going to lay out everything that I'd use over this 5-day trip, so every day is similar but not the same for me. I'll lay out everything so you can see it here on the table. Okay, I've laid everything out on the table for you just to see that I have everything for every day. I'm very, very particular about laying out my food, organising it and putting it into the bags. What I then do, this is easier just to help you organise your stuff, and organisation is a big bit of backpacking and keeping yourself comfortable and keeping going. Because I've got everything in one bag for each day, I can move that to the top of my rucksack, put the other ones away where I need it in the rucksack, and I know I've got that food readily available. Also helps me organise my life. If I had just chips or white chocolate, I'd probably eat it all on the first day because I'm a bit of a glutton. This lets me know that I can't do that because I'd run out of food. Last one, I do have emergency rations. Now, this is just a little pack I've put together only to be used in emergencies, so if something happens, touch wood it doesn't, on the trails, I've got enough food and I've got enough fuel just to wait for the rescue systems coming in. I'm suggesting you use a Garmin InReach or something if you're out of signal, or your normal telephone, your mobile phone. Get your emergency services called. As soon as they're called with a grid reference and your location are on their way, then you've got your emergency rations to keep some energy going into you. Depending on the injury, certain injuries you cannot take food, so just be prepared for those emergencies. If you've fallen over and twisted your ankle, I'm pretty sure they're not going to moan at you if you have a cup of coffee. In here again, 3 bags of coffee, power bar, some noodles, and some dextrose energy tablets. Now, this is just an acceptable little emergency rations bag. As you can see, it's quite crumpled. I have had this quite a long time and I've never used it. I'm kind of hoping that I haven't compromised on my karma there, and I don't need to use it ever. Just accept it as a weight that you put in your bag, like your first aid kit. It's there, never to be used, hopefully. Okay, that's my food for a 5-day, well, 6-day trek. Go out there, have a look at the other websites and what you can find online and what suits you. Vegetarians, you're going to struggle a little bit more, but there are dried fruits, dried nuts, things like that that can give you the protein, keep the energy ongoing and keep it going into your system. Okay, give me a thumbs up, give me a like, subscribe if you like what we're doing, and I'll see you soon.